Monday, August 18th. Welcome into a brand new week of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green. Guys, finished last week strong. We picked up a unit going 2-1 on Friday. One with the Phillies minus 1.5. One with the Athletics money line. Lost Minnesota Twins money line. Like I said, though, good for plus one unit. I picked up about 1 or 2.5 units over the weekend. Had two plays. Played those Athletics on Friday night. Came back, played the Texas Rangers as a underdog yesterday as well. So nice baseball weekend for myself. So as always, follow me on Twitter X at eBainbridge26 for all of my official plays over there, guys. If you have not subscribed yet, sports are really ramping up right now. If you are a sports fan of any kind, please consider doing so. Smash this like button for me. Let's get to 10 likes on this Monday here. Start the week off with a bang. Leave me a comment down below. We are going to have so much content coming out, guys. It's insane. We're touching on NFL preseason for the final week of preseason before we ramp full in to the NFL. We have futures episodes, conference breakdowns for the NFL right now. We're going to have some college football futures coming out this week. College football week 0 starts on Saturday. We'll break down at least one of those games, maybe a couple of those games. Before we get into full college football, our Monday night lives, our Saturday morning lives, Sunday morning lives, that's going to be full-fledged in force here. We're still doing, obviously, MLB, still hitting MMA, UFC. EPL was back this past weekend, so EPL in full swing. We're doing it all here at Better and Green, guys. Auto racing, getting into auto racing on the channel as well. So, like I said, we have it, the sports for everybody here. So be sure you're following along. Hit that subscribe button, and you won't miss any of our shows here at Better and Green. But, guys, let's get into the plays for Monday. Kind of a loaded card here. Doubleheader, so we do have one day game, but we're going to look at the 6:40 Eastern start time Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers. Astros plus 130. Home underdogs. Tigers minus 155. Road underdogs. I think I said home for Houston. Detroit is a 155 home favorite. And I like the Astros spot in this game. I know there's a lot of people out there that I respect that like Detroit, but I'm going to stick to my guns here. I do like Houston in this one. Houston, they're off a 3-3 split at during their homestand. Did the zigzag method. Won game 1, lost game 2, won, lost, won, lost. Off the loss to Baltimore yesterday, which was a series loss to Baltimore, got blown out 0-12. Now they travel up to Detroit for this game. They have a full week on the road here, 3 in Detroit, then go to Baltimore for a 4-game series. I think the spot here favors Houston. I like that they're off the series loss. I like that they're off their embarrassing blowout loss. Heading up to Detroit, they're 2-1 against Detroit on the season. This is the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. A lot of history, obviously, with A.J. Hinch coming from Houston to Detroit. And then you look at the Detroit side, their first game home off a 7-game road trip where they performed really well. Took 5 out of the 7 games, took 2 out of 3 against the White Sox, 3 out of 4 against the Minnesota Twins. Really put some separation between themselves and Kansas City, Cleveland, I guess Minnesota as well. They're basically dead in that division. But yeah, I think they're very satisfied coming back home. No day of rest to face this Houston team. They do have the Kansas City Royals on deck in their next series. That's a weekend series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a much bigger series than this Houston one is. On the mound, you have Spencer Arrighetti going for Houston, Jack Flaherty for the Tigers. Flaherty has had his fair share of struggles this season. He does pitch better at home than he does on the road, but that doesn't mean he's good at home. His numbers, he's just 6-12 in the win-loss column, 4.76 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. I know Arrighetti, his numbers aren't great, a 6.38 ERA, but he's only had 18.1 innings of work, so I don't put a ton of stock into that. I just think this is a great spot here for Houston. You're getting a very nice price against one of the weaker pitchers in the Tigers rotation. Houston plus 130 is the way I'm looking in that game. Again, a lot of people I respect, a lot of, I think, sharp money as well coming in on the Tigers. I'm bucking it, going against it. I like Houston in that game, and I'm going to stick to my guns with that play. Houston moneyline plus 130. Next game up, another 6:40 Eastern start time, and probably my favorite play of the day. St. Louis Cardinals heading down to Miami to face the Marlins. Marlins minus 140 home favorites. St. Louis plus 120 road underdog here. And again, I'm taking the plus money dog in St. Louis. They are off a terrible homestand. Played 9 games at home. They got swept in their most recent series against the Yankees. Dropped 2 out of 3 to the Rockies. They did take 2 out of 3 against the Cubs, but that was over a week ago at this point. They have lost 5 in a row. I think it really helps them out getting away from their home stadium, heading down to Florida for a 6-game road trip, 3 in Miami, 3 in Tampa. Meanwhile, you have the Marlins, first game back home off of an 11-game road trip. They did not fare too well on the road, lost 4 out of 5 to the Braves, 2 out of 3 to the Guardians, 2 out of 3 to the the Red Sox. But return back home without a day of rest from Boston all the way back down to Miami. I think that's a terrible spot for the Marlins. I much prefer the spot for St. Louis. On the mound, you do have a slight pitching edge, decent pitching edge with the Marlins. You do have Yuri Perez on the mound. As for the Cardinals, Matthew Liberatore. Yeah, I like Perez here in the starting pitching role, but not enough to play on the Marlins in the spot. I think the plus 120 price tag is really nice on the Cardinals, who, like I said, are in a much better spot here. So Cards plus 120, second play of the day. And we're going to wrap it with a 9:38 Eastern start time. Cincinnati Reds heading to Los Angeles to face the Angels. Reds minus 115 road favorites. Minus 105 coming back on the Angels. So a near pick'em price here. We're going to fade the Angels again. I like Cincinnati in this spot. You look at Cincinnati off kind of an emotional win yesterday. Took a lead 1-0 against Milwaukee, who hadn't lost in the month of August on that 14-game win streak. Then gave up 2 runs, top of the 9th. So Milwaukee had them on the ropes. They tie the game in the 9th, go on to win in extras, snap that losing streak, or the winning streak there for Milwaukee. I think that's a team bonding win. Now they hit the road, travel from Cincinnati all the way out to California. I like when a team kind of gets to have that bonding experience, especially off of an emotional win. And it's a long road trip. 3 in Los Angeles, 3 in Arizona, and then back up to LA to face the Dodgers. So a 9-game road trip here. I think the Reds are a play on in this spot. Meanwhile, you look at the Angels. They return back home. They just played 3 games in West Sacramento against the A's. Took just 1 out of the 3, and it was the game yesterday. They ended up winning 11-5 in extra innings. So kind of exploded there in that 10th inning. Now they come back home. But yeah, I just don't love the spot. I really don't love the Angels. I've said multiple times, I think the Angels kind of fall off here to end the season. I think the Reds are going to be going in the right direction. So I really like the spot here for Cincinnati. Minus 115. Think it's a fair price on the road for the Reds. Guys, that will wrap it. Quick recap here. Running short on time. Houston moneyline plus 130. St. Louis moneyline plus 120. Cincinnati moneyline minus 115. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Again, if you have not subscribed already to our channel, please consider doing so. Smash the hell out of that like button for me. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your favorite bet of the day. Let's kick this week off with a profitable night, and we'll see you tomorrow in another episode of Daily Dingers. Thanks for watching.